Hi babies, welcome back to today's episode, where we are going to be talking about a very intimate, a very deep connected position, which is a tantric position called LOTUS. So whether you're starting out in a new relationship and you're wanting to deepen that connection, or maybe you're in a long-term relationship and you're just wanting to relight that flame, LOTUS is a very intimate, very deeply connected position that is gonna help you out. So in this video, I'm gonna be telling you how to do this position, reasons why we love this position, and then also I'm gonna cover a couple of different variations in case the OG style doesn't work for you and your body. However, first things first, I have something super exciting to tell you guys. If you ordered one of my merch hoodies on the pre-order, that has been shipped out today because we officially have all of our merch in stock and they're no longer on pre-order. That means if you want it right now, today, you can do so by clicking that link down below. And this is a way for you guys to support my style of content because we don't get monetized over on this end of sex education. So not only do you get an awesome, super comfortable, luxurious hoodie, but you also get a chance to win a one-on-one coaching session with me. And on top of that, you also get a free month of Patreon when it launches next month. So if you haven't grabbed one of the hoodies, make sure you do so by clicking the link down below. And I promise you, baby, you will not be disappointed. And these babies are unisex and they are oversized. So there is a size for literally everybody. Now let's dive back into this LOTUS position. And I want to let you guys know that I am absolutely no expert in Tantra and that I'm forever learning with you guys. And so that being said, I want to let you guys know that there are tons of creators out there that definitely have more knowledge than me in this area, and to go out and explore if you want to know more, because I am just at the basic beginning stage. But when I found this position of LOTUS, my heart was literally warmed and my yoni was absolutely singing, and I could not bring it to you guys because I felt like that could be a complete disservice. I'm gonna give you a little bit of rundown on Tantra. From my understanding, Tantra is actually an ancient Indian spiritual belief system that is focused on the movement of energy. And yes, that does include sexual energy between partners. This can encourage healing, spiritual growth, as well as deepening the connection of intimacy. LOTUS represents the union of masculine energy meeting the feminine energy. However, both partners can serve either role or even switch between them freely, regardless of your gender identity. So if you're looking for a super up close and personal position, one where you can wrap around your partner and morph to their body, making that eye contact, kissing and whispering in their ears, and switching up the angles, maybe LOTUS is meant for you. So when I say the penetrating partner, that means the person who is thrusting, and the receiving partner is obviously the partner who is being penetrated. It's important to remember that being the receiver is not a passive role. It's an active, enthusiastic one. There is power in the choice of inviting somebody inside of you, and the receiver is exercising that power. And the partner who is thrusting is just not the giver, because duh, they also receive pleasure during this act. But for the sake of understanding what the heck I'm talking about here, we are going to be talking about the penetrative partner, or the thrusting partner, and the receiving partner. So let's get into how to actually do this position. So to get into this position, the thrusting partner is going to be the one that is sitting cross-legged. Now you can do this on a bed or wherever you prefer and feel comfortable to get intimate. The receiving partner then straddles them closely and lowers their body down so they are chest to chest and eye to eye. The receiving partner then wraps their legs around their partner's torso or their waist. If this feels comfortable, the thrusting partner can then pull the receiving partner in closer. A really great way to melt into this position is to actually wrap your arms around your partner as well. Typically, the thrusting partner is penetrating the receiver, whether that's vaginally or anally. But keep in mind, this position is to encourage that slow movement, that soulful kind of merging rather than that rapid climax orientated thrust. So now would be a really great time to experiment with that rocking or the swirling of the hips. Now that we have the basics done of the LOTUS, let's talk about some different variations that you can do. The first variation that I want to touch base on is the chair LOTUS. This is specifically because lots of people aren't able to get into that crisscross position without cramping, or being uncomfortable. And the idea behind this position is to feel comfort and connected with your partner. So all you're actually gonna need is a chair with no armrest on it. The thrusting partner is gonna take a seat on the chair with their feet planted flat on the floor. Then the receiving partner is going to straddle them so they're facing face to face. Their legs either dangle on either side of the chair, or their legs too can also touch the floor. This variation offers a different freedom of movement, solely because you can use the floor to your advantage by using your feet to push off for leverage, as well as the receiving partner can use the back of the chair to hold on for support. And that back of the chair is gonna be helping the thrusting partner for a little bit of back support. The next variation is going to be the reverse lotus. So just like the chair lotus, the penetrating partner is going to be seated with both of their feet planted on the floor, shoulder width apart, allowing a gap in between their legs. The receiving partner then sits on their lap, either with their legs crossed or in a squatting position, but facing away from them. This position can be really great for people that are exploring butt stuff, or if you have breasts and your partner can use them as leverage to thrust. But it also allows you to lean your head back on your partner's shoulder so that they can still whisper those affirmations in your ear or tell you what you need to hear. Now, the next one I want to add in is exactly like the OG lotus, except for it's going to add a slight lean back, stimulating the G-spot a little bit more. So actually in this position, both partners lean back just a little bit, changing up that angle of their hips, offering a more deep penetration. I just wanted to add in some other little tips and tricks that can help amplify this lotus position. The first one is we are going to be utilizing that face-to-face contact. Try to work in some erotic conversation and don't overthink it. It doesn't need to be super dirty or super intense. Something as simple as "you feel so good" or "I love feeling this close to you." The next one that I found super beneficial is adding some lubrication into the mix. Lube helps reduce that friction and increase that glide between both bodies. The next one is experiment with that eye contact. One of the other things that I learned about was that tantric eye gazing. Start by locking right eye to right eye and then left eye to left eye. Then breathe together. Take that deep breath together. Feel the bodies connect. Eye gazing takes us to a whole nother level of intimacy. And if you feel that urge to look away, that's totally normal. Eye gazing is a way that we express our complete vulnerability. So it can be a little bit uncomfortable when you first do it, but just trust the process. Now I want to tell you reasons why we absolutely love it. Just one of the many reasons why this position is amazing is the fact that it actually promotes communication, which is something that a lot of couples struggle with. But because your faces are so close, talking kind of happens naturally. The second one is that it actually encourages and deepens intimacy because you're heart to heart with each other and eye to eye. That's honestly why I really love this position, is because it's working on building that connection. Another reason is that it leaves your hands open to explore one another's bodies or start introducing some self-touch and some self-pleasure. And last but not least is that there are so many different variations to be had. And I only touched on a few today, but the angle and the position can be easily adjusted to work with you and your partner's body and your comfortability. And the most beautiful thing about this position is that there actually doesn't need to be penetration. Now, I know this was just a little bit of a dive into the Tantra community. However, I do want to say thank you for bearing with me and journeying this position with me as well. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have tried it in the past or you are going to try it tonight, drop it down in the comments below and let me know a variation that worked well for you or some things that you absolutely love and enjoyed about it. All right, babies, I will see you guys for another juicy episode. Cheers.